can make a big difference of which way this game's going to go. But here we go into the pistol round. Reflex rushing in towards his B bomb site. It's going to be Nuke in the back of the site. Lucky with one. So far, the T's just overrun, and Rezu is going to get smoked out, and that's the bomb site for Reflex.
Nice jump from Link to avoid any damage, and of course, as you say, bomb site for Reflex. The next will catch one out towards the the upper halls, upper tunnels right now. ZNX start to face in alongside the likes of LS. They're just here towards CT, and they'll triple face it and take him down, but they realise that CT is coming for the backstab, and they have control of the bomb site, but no defuse gets been dropped out towards CT. Cray tagged up, trying to look for that headshot, but Adam takes him down, and Link will come through onto LS. 4 kills for Adam on 1 point of health. He stays alive. Doing great work for the Reflex side as they start things off on the T side. Now, you talked about how you think that AWPs are going to be such a crucial thing, and yes, I do believe that. But I also want to give CeX a bit of an edge because they still have a lot of experience on this side, a lot of firepower potential right now. And they, only a team like CeX had the ball to buy 4 scouts and go straight down to the mid position with them,
Yeah, let's see what they could do with these scouts. So far, no tags coming in, but it's going to be Fraser up.
Oh no.
Deleted by the Deagle. ZNX looking to try and find any more. So far, hasn't been taken out. The Deagle once again finding another tag, but so far these scouts haven't been able to do too much work. But a 1-for-1 trade, and CeX, they aren't really favoured in this situation, considering how long this engagement is. And they'll have 4 scouts, specifically on this A bomb side.
Yeah, Fraser's fire didn't take short, but Murky still flicks around for a fantastic headshot. It rolls out, and Cray is down, looking for a second cross. Actually dodges out with flashbangs, and that allows Rezu for a quick chance to frag, not to whisk. AS comes in with 1 frag, and now it's all left on Link, 1 versus 3. And the scout buy has worked for CeX. 18 points of health. Surely there's no way back in for Link at this stage. The bomb plant will come through towards Goose, but again, how do you recover from this scenario? You take a look at this, like, right, we got a confident buy. CeX are going to be on a force buy at best. No one's expecting 3 scouts, and clearly neither were Reflex.
Well, Link, 18 HP and he's up against 3. 3 scouts all coming from long at the moment, and Link, he has heard this spot. He needs to try and get a few headshots here. There's the first, but instantly traded out. So that's going to be CeX jumping on that bomb and getting the defuse. They able to save in at that AK as well. And so far, CeX, a very big round. And Reflex, they do get a bomb plan. And actually, I'll be interested to see whether we see a couple of hero AKs come out now. And yes, we do.
Straight in with the buy on Fraser's part. Everybody else should force around this. And indeed, the 2 AKs, 3 AK scratch that will come through for Link and Adam. Deagle's hand cannons to try and reflect back to the rest of Reflex. How are they going to handle this one, though? That is the real question. How are these hero AKs going to play up? CeX, of course, they have 1 AK saved in the last round. The scouts have been playing for Ellison. 3 M4s up on that. They've wasted no expense. They've spared nothing in terms of trying to get a confident round out of here. So they are ready for whatever they have to face. It's Murky out towards ramp. Ready to catch off any angles, ready to catch off any vision. And Wesley will try rotating to support him out here towards the CT spawn now. The smokes go down to CT. Flashbang's going to try support. Damage being done towards 1. Whisks on 30 points. His Murky takes flashbang down. Resu is traded, but the Deagle comes back as Murky ends on 2-3 quick frags. P2K on for the headshot. Oh, Link ripped apart. Cray is left alone. 1 versus 3. 4K clutch for Murky if he can make that happen, but no, Cray will just take it right back out of the equation. Ball's been dropped out towards short as well, and the CTs have full control of this part of the map.
Yeah, this is a big round coming out from Cray again. This is low HP down to LS, and Cray, oh my god, crazy!
Oh my word!
What's a round coming out from Cray? A 1v3 and 4 kills coming out on the CT side, but hang on a minute. It's Cray on the T side coming alive.
4 kills for him. Sit down, boys, at CeX. And I imagine this will be a tactical pause for the CT side.
And Murky found 4 kills in that round,
yeah,
just on the CT side.
He was almost on the ace, you know. If he had actually shut down Cray, then maybe there would have been a good chance right there to get themselves a simple second round right there for CeX, but not to be. Reflex relying on their 1 big fragger, Cray, kicking and screaming and taking everybody down with him. And this pause right now from CeX, obviously. I say obviously, we don't actually know for certain, but I imagine it would be a tactical pause for the CT side based off of how they kind of lost control of that whole thing right there and then. Let's see if we can get some confirmation in a moment's time.
And what a round, Jamie. I mean, that is so big for Cray to pull off a clutch like that. And the M4 as well. It's not as if he had an AK. The M4, and he was just tapping away. made it seem so easy, lining them up. And for CEX, this is... that's heartbreaking. You're able to get that anti-eco. The force buy with the 4 scouts, you make it work. And then Cray comes up huge when Murky gets 4 kills in the round.
Yeah, 2-1 on the board as a result for Reflex. So they take easy control right now. And, of course, Cray's going to upgrade to that AK. Mac 10's in for Lincoln Adams. They're ready to receive against the full eco, which could well be against the CEX squad. So right now we look at a tactical pause. Oh no, technical pause. Scratch that, excuse me. I'm being communicating wrong information, but regardless. Yeah, technical pause. Not sure. Okay, it looks like someone from CEX has crashed. That's a problem then. All right. Well, that's fine, I guess. Obviously, they get that quick moment in time just to talk and sorry, not talk, just to pause and get that sorted out, get things together, fix things with CEX. Obviously, we've had a couple of technical problems, of course, throughout the entire course of the LAN. Some circuits have switched and breakers have been tripped. Now, I don't think it's quite the same sort of thing right there because it looks like CEX are still sitting down at their seats and they're still sort of getting things control.
It's pint time.
I mean, I did see one player in a CEX jersey with a pint in his hand, so I'm not 100% sure how accurate/inaccurate that may or may not be.
And see, that's something I still need to work out. Is like, for me, we've got like schooners and middies, which are like beer sizes in Oz, and they're like in between. So like a midi is just less than half a pint, and then a schooner is like a little bit more than half a pint, but less than a full pint. So like, I need to work out the sizing because for me, it's you're getting a lot more.
I mean, we just go by pints.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Because who wants less than a pint? Let's be real here, like.
So you reckon most people wouldn't get half a pint?
No. I don't know anyone who doesn't.
Interesting.
Yep, interesting. I mean, for you.
Well, the thing is because I drink beer quite slowly, so if you get half a pint, by the time you finish it, it's not warm. Whereas, like, if you get a pint, it's probably warm by the end I get to the end of it. So you can get 2 half pints. Not at the same time, but you might as well just get full one, but,
No, buy in bulk, innit?
You gotta stock up.
Yeah, of course, mate. Get 1 full pint rather than 2 small ones, 2 half pints.
Saving yourself as well.
Yeah. Don't have to pay for that excess, like extra service charge for serving up 2 pints. It's like, no. Just give me the full pint, thank you. I do appreciate the notion, but I'm out of that. I'm afraid that we're on Dragon's Den, and I'm saying I'm out.
Dragon's Den. I actually saw that the other day. Interesting. We don't.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot you don't have that in Australia.
No.
Did
So
you
you gotta understand. I'm new to everything here. Yeah, Dragon's Den. We've got like a similar. It's called Shark Tank in Australia.
Oh yeah, the
The
okay,
American
Shark
ones
Tank.
have got the same. The Oz have got it, but yeah, Dragon's Den. They just always decline. I mean, I want to see some acceptance.
That's the thing, right? Because we're stiff-lipped in the UK.
Yeah.
So every single business idea is a terrible idea. Because that's just how it works, right? No business is going to be able to take off the ground.
Maybe a company selling half pints for the same price.
Okay, all right. I'll give you that.
The 2 half pints equal a full pint.
I mean, maybe you can find some investor, but for me, I'm personally not interested. I'm out. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Tell you what, though, actually, I did make a good joke the other day to my Australian friends. I was on the phone, a group call, with some school friends in Oz, and I was trying to tell them that 2 half a pints don't equal a full pint, and they were like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Yeah, no, you actually get a little bit less," and it went down well. They couldn't understand how 2 halves don't make a full. The way I was pitching it, obviously, I was trying to make it. No, because I was telling them that it doesn't. And they were like, "No, it does." I was like, "Nah, it doesn't work like that here." Is it too late for you to comprehend?
I mean, I don't even know what you're on about at this point. Like, we're ready to get into the matchup. The Scouts in for LS. He's trying to take down the rush here, coming through for the T side. Damage on the whisking Cray. The Scout on the move from Noodle. We're only going to get so much done. Fraser with 2 quick frags. Link from Espresso. And Zenex is also going to fall. Marky left alone. 1 versus 5. Damage being done to the entire T side, Virgie. Look at that HP.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a pleasant sort of scenario here for CEX, especially when they made the Scouts work so well in their force by conversion. And they're not to be here against Reflex.
Yeah, very nice round coming out from Reflex. Quick pace coming out towards the B-bomb side, and unfortunately for CX, they do a lot of damage, like you just pointed out, Jamie, but unfortunately, they don't find the kills. A Murky with the Scout, not going to find anything. It is going to be Link with that Mac 10. taking him down. So Reflex, they pick up their third. And it should be another eco coming out for CeX. And this could be a nice lead coming out from Reflex.
Yeah, maintain control. Of course, the AKs and MAC-10's doing well enough. The eco's out for CEX. Flashes in as they try to go for the straight-up rush. Reflex obviously really want to go and shut down as many CT players as they possibly can. Rezu and Murky will be out here. Molotov's in. Rezu forced away from angle. They will force one more CT to be further. Murky will get taken out first. Whisk with the second. And Lincoln Fraser blocking out the final few frags right there. Simple stuff again. The MAC-10's getting 3 kills, bolstering the money to $1,800 extra. And they have a pretty decent money line as a result. CEX, on the other hand, not quite the same. Probably going to see a buy. Yep. 2 M4s, 3 M4s, 1 AG.
It's not the best of buys, though.
No, certainly not. You know, 1 UMP is going to limit Rezu, and you can also see they've got very little utility on the CT side at the moment.
And no orbs as well on towards Murphy. So it is going to be Reflex making their way out. Morgan! Oh my god! It's going to be Rezu being annihilated with the flashes coming out. And that's an early disadvantage coming out for CEX. And on round number 6, CEX weren't looking for an opening just like that. It's 4-1. Reflex, they've put themselves in a really good position early on. And they're going to get out of there.
Yep, 3 T-side players rotating out towards the B-bomb site, it seems. They've left 1 player towards short to try and keep them held back over here. And actually Adam down low, going all forward to the hands of Murky as he over-aggresses and takes him down, rotates back away, and I think they realise that B is going to be the play. They have to all to LS to try and defend it back here towards Car. Our Reflex ready for this angle. Here they come, right around the corners. 1 and 4. Spray on through, get the thing down on Whisker. Now the flashbang for spraying. Murky into the next break their way on towards the bomb site, supporting this man. And Murky ends up with the final frag. 3 kills maybe in the round. CEX with second on the board. A nice rifle round.
And we see 2 AKs recovered as well from the CX side. And I always find, especially on the CT side, having even 1 AK can make such a big difference. Now we come in to the 7th round. We see that AWP on towards Fraser, but it's going to be Link, the first one in charge, the flash coming out, and Long is not even contested by the CTs.
Yeah, 2 AKs into the next LS. Meanwhile, the M4s come through from 2 more, and the AUG, of course, for Nuke Dog is out here. Fraser up in for first contact. Gonna take someone down from CEX side. Murky takes Whisk, starts things off all grey. CT's towards the mid position, sprays and does tons of damage. He gets the second frag on Rezu. Murky's not getting away alive either. It's 4 versus 3. His Reflex do get the trades back. He's Whisk the first casualty, but they gain the overall man advantage, and as well as that, the entire A bomb site has been whittled down. The mid play was so heavy from CEX. They had left A site completely barren. One can just go down as a result. Simple 4v3 retake. I wouldn't even be surprised to see CeX doing the towel off the back of this, because Reflex are looking dominant here so far on T-side.
Well, it's going to be Xenon X actually pushing through short at the moment, but he gets killed in the meantime. So like you said, it should be a save at this point, a 2v4, and I really like the position coming out from the CTs. They get aggressive up towards mid. They find the opening kill, but they didn't expect Murky to be in the position he was, as both of them falling, and Murky does help his teammates out. And now Reflex. So far, 3-on-2. As Reflex do look to pick up their 5th round. And this is a very dominating half so far coming out from Reflex. And if you are joining us now, this is the 3rd map of this best of 3 here at Epic Land 26.
Final best of 3 of the day as well.
Yeah, final. Well, yeah. There we go. There's more action tomorrow as well, I suppose, today.
Yep. Waiting for the 9 o'clock start.
Yeah.
9 a.m.
Oh, 9 a.m. wake-up call. It's probably 7 a.m. wake-up call.
I'm definitely not making it in time for that one.
Reflex now making their way into bedroom at the moment. Long, once again, not contested by CEX, as they only have just the pistols. They do have the AK and the AUG from the last round. But other than that, they're just going to force a few pistols in this one. And Xenon X, short, should be able to find a kill here, and he does. And does he pick up that AK? Does as well. Very good recovery coming out from CEX.
Yeah, nice opener, 5-on-4. Oh, Rezu, oh no! LS will trade him right back. 4 versus 2. Murky will try to keep the whole control. CEX do actually manage to get the trades together. Link will try and frag back onto LS and take control of the A bomb. But not ready for the next hit, but the AK recovered. It drops the bomb, and it's all left to Fraser. 1 versus 3. AK pushed up, and the next gets the triple. Nicely played. CEX able to frag back. 3-5 on the T side board. CEX finding a serious way back into this one.
Yeah, very big round coming out from ZenX there as he picks up the third for the CTs. But Reflex, even though they did lose the last, they do have a strong buy coming into this. Fraser once again with the AWP, and Long, it seems that time and time again, we are just seeing CEX give up on that. We did see early aggression towards Long in the early part of the round, but they have decided just to fall back and keep a heavy presence towards A at the moment. And actually, they're all coming through short at the moment, so we haven't seen this style of play or this setup coming out from the CTs. If they get aggressive up mid, we do have Fraser with the bomb and Whisk watching up towards mid at the moment. So a big round coming out from CX, but they could be punished for this, as so far they haven't really figured out any information, so they could think that either the T's are out towards Long.
Oh, Murky! Giving away such a great position. The map control obviously gained by the CT side. CEX will fall them into a bit of a loop, trying to see if they can stall for a bit of time, but Murky should be able to get that frag on a play across. So next will take the first and back in the spray of the second. Not really a will kick though, and Whisk will take his head off his shoulders. So 1-for-1 trade, like for like. Frags coming through. Now Resi will try to see if he can turn this back around with a flank of his own. Cray around this corner as Ellis does pick apart one on the backstab towards the mid position. So Reflex going for a flank of their own right. I don't think he spotted Cray rotating away. He may have actually got that information out for the CT side, but not a lot to go off of here. 30 seconds left for Reflex to make their way on towards the A bomb site. One smoke should basically seal the deal and secure it. Right, well, we know exactly where they're going as they go for a small gap in the smoke. Cray tapped up by a quick nade. Murky will throw on the first man, and Fraser will trade him right back. It's all left to Rezu. M4 recovered. AWP of Fraser is spotted. He can't quite get a good angle. The Noodle's going to burn. Whisk will take down. The bomb will be allowed to get planted, and Rezu and Ellis will quickly mop it up as it does go down. So, you know, not a massive round from Reflex. Obviously, to get that bomb part, however, is still pretty key. There'll be 4 on the board for CX, however. Losing 3 players in this round, though, it's still not building upon that economy base.
Yeah, CX, very good looking round, and a very interesting one, because that setup was sort of a high risk, high reward, because we saw that Murky got so much control to the top of mid, but he sort of got a little bit caught off guard by firing in the wrong situation. But CX, they had a very good read on the situation, and leaving Rezu in towards bedroom at the moment, well, in that last round. And one of the things that you can highlight from him as well is him not getting over aggressive, just waiting. And ZenX, he's been crucial in the last round, and he's coming up again in towards short. Able to find the first information where the next is. And ZenX! Oh, he almost finds 3. It's a teammate to support and help him out. And CEX, a very strong start into this 10th round.
Anti-eco frags regardless, Tweg, so...
I like anti-eco frags.
Because they're needlessly flashy.
They look a lot better than they are.
Yep. Yeah, 3 players down. Cray, Lincoln, Adam down and out of the equation here. Whisk left alone. And ZenX, all 5 stay alive here. They get to 5 back on the board and equalize here against the Reflex squad.
And 5-5, CX does get that AWP onto Murky. The AWP as well onto Fraser. As we now come into the 11th round. And long control does look to be contested. ZenX in towards the pit at the moment with the M4 in hand. And the T's already made their way out along. And oh, this position. Oh, so far it's 2 kills going in favor of CX. And Reflex, after a very good start into Dust 2. And the boat has sailed away and now gone in favor of CX. Cray coming down towards mid at the moment. That's a nice shot into LS, so at least answering back of some description. And Nuke Dog in towards the back towards B, and it should be a B split coming out from the T's.
Ooh, good read. It just damage onto Link, but now he's going to be isolated. This low big play. Still Cray gets the kill. Nuke Dog will burn alive Fraser, and Cray's going to pick up this bomb, get it onto the bomb site. It's an open site for them. The plant can come through towards corner. 3 versus 2 scenario. CEX, 3 players pushing up and into the B site. It's Murky up towards window. What can he see and what can he find? The smokes will go down to try and cover off the tunnels, but Kraya's in around the bomb site. Molotov's going forward. They know that he's low. They face him, trying to think and get a good tick of damage. They around the corner. Sprays on through, so takes it down towards the Kray. One spray, two sprays. Oh, he gets the headshot, but not the third man. So the next stays alive, gets the defuse out here with a kit. He's got loads of time, and CEX will take the lead away on the CT side.
Yeah, big turnaround coming out from CEX, and I feel as if it's all really been up to Murky and ZNX to be finding very crucial and impactful kills coming out on this CT side. But Reflex, they are going to come into this once again with AKs across the board. Not the best looking utility we've seen from them, but they at least get the rifles in. And this presence towards B early on, they do look to group up and try and get control of these lower tons. So far, no early advantageous mid positions coming out from the CTs, as we see a boost towards short, or looking towards short at least. There's Link on top there, and they aren't going to make any noise at the moment. CEX playing very passive into this round, and it's good to see that CEX can change up their positioning from getting aggressive to having three players coming down or aggressive up towards the top of mid, and then in this round playing very passive. So it's good to see for a CT side that they can change up the positioning very easily.
Tuck pass on through from Nuke Dog, and trying to get some stray bullets back over through the smokes. Nothing is going to get found, however. No damage, no kills, not as of yet. Hit will come through towards the B-bomb site. All five players are going to pour out of this position. The flashbang's going to have to do some serious damage, and Nuke Dog gets ready out here. If a nade went in against this stack right now, this would be absolutely devastating to Reflex. They make their way out there for the first. Nuke Dog tries to lance damage on him to not get the kills though. Link with twos, and next comes back up towards window to a 3 versus 3, but have control of the bomb site. Good flash in. Catches Fraser, drops the bomb for the moment, but again, it is in 4T side control. Rezu, for the face all the same as the AWP of Murky looks for a wallbang shot. It's not going to happen here as the bomb will get planted. Rezu hears it. Places it in. Oh, the body blocker, the flashbang. That's so crucial. That could have allowed Rezu to peek in and probably could have blinded off both players. Molotov's going in as Crave focuses on the B doors. Link back here to focus on the window. Spots Rezu's head, trying to see if he can take it off his shoulders, but he can't seem to get the shot. And there's Murky out here towards Big Box, watching out for this one player to peek to the left-hand side. Link will take out Rezu, and now it's all up to Murky. 1 versus 2. He's running out of time as well. He's going to decide he's going to back off. Can see the 6 to Reflex as this map goes back to evens once again. CEX not going to gain a clear advantage above that T side, and neither can Reflex do the same.
And what a play coming out from Link there. To be able to only shift out and look towards the window and not even peek towards the door. It shows real class and discipline as well, that he's not strafing out even just a jiggle peek, because that AWP from Murky was lined down. So even if Link should have jiggle peeked, it could have been a kill going in favor of the T side. So very good discipline coming out, or for the CT side, sorry. Very good discipline coming out from Link, and that allows Reflex to pick up their 6th round. Smoke coming in is going to cross for the CT, and now it's going to be Fraser. What is that from ZNX? I think he was expecting a flash to come over the top, but Fraser wasn't blind at all.
No, well, that spray and aim punch hurts ZNX. He couldn't quite get out towards the pit position, couldn't quite get into hard cover as a result, so 5 versus 4, favour to Reflex. Cray out here towards the tunnels, ready alongside a Link here to face into the B-bomb site one more time. It's Nuke Dog with the AUG. Right around this corner, ready against them. Molotov's come in, faces Fraser, takes down 1, lines up 2 more, but only gets damage to Fraser as Link finishes off the job. Onto the lone CT here on the B-bomb site, LS. Manic spraying, hoping to catch a stray one, but no, Fraser's going to cross in, get a bomb to the bomb site. LS will put any sort of consolation, any sort of way back in, but he's just not getting anything out for this one. And they're going to fall back. CeX are going to concede the lead back to Reflex as we approach the end of the half, round 13. Well and truly to the favour of that T side.
And a 4-on-3 as the CTs are quite spread out, obviously not looking to go for this retake. And Jamie, one of the things is even in a man advantage, retaking the B-bomb site is so incredibly tough when you're light on utility. So you'll see a lot of times, even if CeX look as if they're in good positions to retake B-bomb site, they'll often just save, because it is just such a difficult site to retake. And for CEX, they aren't able to bring this lead any further, as it's now going to be Reflex. So it has been a little bit back and forward on Dust 2, as a close affair. And 7-6. We are going to see a buy come out from CEX in the next, as Murky will be able to drop a AUG over, and Rezu as well. So there's no worries there for Nuke Dog and ZenNX. It's going to be M4s. So the AWP as well. And so far, a good buy coming out from both teams in this 14th round.
It's quite interesting as well, because we take a look at Murky and Fraser. We're talking about that AWP battle
Yep.
between the two squads, and actually it seems like Murky is winning this one by a country mile.
Yeah.
Fraser, 5 fires concerned to Murky's 12. Of course, that does mean that CeX will be able to win out on that front, but they aren't winning out on the rounds, unfortunately. 7-6 still on that board. And a pause will be called. It's a technical pause, actually, from Reflex, I've just confirmed. So that is a problem, apparently, for the T side. There is a problem available. Maybe another disconnect. I mean, Cray hasn't brought down, so I'm assuming it's a problem with him, whether it's like communication or something. I'm not really sure. I don't really know. That's all I can imagine at this point in time, you know.
Look at them. Look how far. What is that? Stickers on the back of that monitor? What is that?
Oh, when you go to Insomnia Festival, you have like a sticker applied to your monitors. That way, you know, like it's tied to your account. And you have to check any equipment in and out before it goes, so no one can steal anything.
That is actually... I'm surprised you knew that. I just thought you'd be like, yeah, it's stickers.
No, they're all inside, so you can count how many Insomnia Festivals you've
Yeah,
been just
no,
by
that's-
looking at the back of the monitor.
I'm impressed there.
Yep, that's how it works. And CeX right now, as I was saying, plenty of experience under their belt, and they want to try and put that to effect here against Reflex as they do lose the lead once again. Have a nice buy, however, to try and counteract it. They have got an economy to deal with, however. Reflex have built it up a decent base of economy. Not quite bolstered to the point where they can afford a full-blown buy for the next 2 rounds, but probably could force it up in another one right here if they end up losing. Of course, they don't want to. The AKs play carefully around the mid and long defaults. 3 players from CT side will try and see if they can face it and get this some sort of mid control, particularly towards short. We'll have Rezu. The AUG Mercury will rotate back towards normal cover with the AWP. Around his corner, can he get the first face? It'll be close. He does land it onto Fraser. There you go, the AWP battle's coming into more ways than one, both figuratively and literally in this case, as he takes one AWP down on the T side.
Yeah, and look, you only just spoke about it, Jamie, that it seems as if Murky's winning these engagements. And now it's a 2-on-2. Both the T's out towards long, and oh, it almost a line-up. Murky with the AWP. He needs to try and get back to CT, but he's not going to make it. The timing for the T's just too quickly, and now it's down to LS. In towards CT, and both the T's know exactly where he is at the moment, or at least I thought they did. The HG coming in towards the side. But one of the problems is where the bomb is. The position of the bomb at the moment, LS.
Oh, LS! Didn't have the information of that. He wasn't paying attention. If he got towards short, he possibly could have held off for a few more seconds, because they got 20 seconds left, you know. If he had held off for that bomb point, if he stopped them from getting towards short, then this probably could have been over off timer alone. And LS is just not ready for Reflex to swing wide and shut him down. Whisk with a simple headshot. It's 8-6 on the board as we approach round 15 as we go to the end of the half. CeX, it's such a tragic way to win the round as well, because it was one key piece of missing information that is what cost him in that case.
Yeah, no, I actually would have been interested to see where that smoke went. It looked as if it was sort of pointed towards short. I haven't seen that before, but Wisp now on the AWP with the better spawn. So once he doesn't find anything, he is going to throw that over to his teammate. There's Link in towards the B apartments at the moment, and CeX actually getting aggressive in the B apartments at the moment, and Link already spotted it out. And there's actually 3 CTs here. Interesting play coming out from CeX, and they get melted to pieces. Nuke Dog the only one finding a kill, and the aggressive B presence not coming out as being an advantage, but actually being a disadvantage. Fraser as well, and now it's all up to Rezu into short at the moment. The UMP in hand, and a flashbang should be actually able to catch out Fraser. Takes him down, but a 1-on-3, and the bomb being planted over towards that B bomb site is going to make it very difficult. AWP in hand from Rezu. And this position is actually going to be, it's going to be Link. And he's not going to spot it, so Link should be able to find a kill. And actually, that's Adam.
Doesn't matter at the end of the day.
You know why I thought it was Link? I can explain this.
Go for it.
So on the minimap, it was number 9, right? And normally it should be Link, but a player disconnected.
Ah, see.
So Radar was confusing me. Because he's not 9 now. He's 8.
It's okay, because CeX have their main man back in the server right now. ZenNX probably for a quick round reset so they can get him back on, obviously, to spawn. Might be a good idea. But of course, an all-important pistol for CeX because Reflex are in the lead on the CT side now. Again, I was very impressed with how CX's T side went on Inferno. I can't say the same thing about Overpass though. They were shut down pretty effectively when it came to crunch time. Dust 2, however, is a much more firepower-based map. And I think that the T side really shows when you see how T side it can really be at times when it comes to professional coordinated CS. And especially when you take a look at CX versus Reflex, honestly, I do have to say, I believe that they are pretty balanced. Link and Cray and Whisk have had some very good experience. Adam and Fraser are also there as well. I would say that I'd say that Cray is probably the most powerful element in this entire lineup. But you take a look at Rezu and Ellis, what they can be able to do. Nuke Dog is also there. He's very powerful, working to the next. I would say that Reflex probably do have the better firepower.
What is going on? There is a mass crowd.
There are two mass crowds, actually. They've got the Rainbow Six guys over there, and everyone's got their eyes on the Counter-Strike match with CEX right now. Boys, you can tune into the stream. Come on.
But it is going to be CX. Rezu up close with the Glock in hand, moving in towards his B bomb side. And so far, Reflex haven't been able to find anything. Link completely blind at the moment, but it's going to be Whisk and Murky both finding kills. Whisk can't find anything, and the T's get full sight control at the moment. As the CT's eager to get in, deleted.
There's the next quick tap. Whisk will try and take him out back. He's dropped the bomb in window. Oh my god. 3 versus 2 now as the CT start to clean up the rest of the frags, and all of a sudden Red is left alone alive. 1 versus 3 into the mid doors, facing for the first shot on Fraser. Surely he won't be able to make this work. This will be a hell of a clutch and a half against the entire CT forces. He's tapping, he's pushing the diffuser out of the way. Actually, that does block the headshot coming through from Cray, and he just can't quite seem to get the job done out here. Reloading and try and bait it in and trying to see if he can get Whisk out of the equation. Find anything that you can. The jumping face is just not working out for him. 55 seconds remain. He's got to get this bomb. They're just sort of watching this angle like a hawk, because I know that he's going to force the issue out. One good headshot will come through. Okay, isolated 1v1. But how much more can you work off the back of taps on for the second? Not going to happen. To the face in. Through it. Oh my god, he gets Fraser. No way. Oh my god, Rezu! Oh, well, at least we now know what the screams were about. CEX with a pistol round on that T side. A hell of a clutch from Rezu, and an all-important round won by them.
Yeah, and if you don't understand the guys watching in Twitch, we do have a bit of a delay.
A 90-second delay.
90-second delay from the players to the round. So we weren't really sure what that big hype was, but we now know. And I just can't believe if we could get a camera over to look at CEX at the moment.
You have to see this crowd.
There's got to be
absolutely
30 people watching, maybe not
1,
that
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
There's a lot.
30 is about right, to be honest.
Look at that. They're all watching CEX.
All spilling over into the main aisle. There is a lot of people there that want to see this match unfold. And for good reason. Again, elimination. Team facing London Esports tomorrow in our first best of 3.
Yeah. And I tell you what as well, I mean, as a player, I wonder whether that actually hypes you up, that you've got so many people behind you. I mean, it could be a little bit of a nervous factor for them, but it's not just the players, it's the spectators as well that is getting pretty hyped. But look, we're going the distance. Map number 3, a big clutch coming out from Rezu on the T side. And this could be the comeback on the chains for CEX.
Going to make it stretch very, very far, though. Straight in with the scout. Cray will not be able to land the first shot out towards the long position. He's backed up by Adam, and the flashbangs are going to continue to pour in from CEX. They boost him back over to the bomb site. He's not going to have the time to miss the first shot. Back in with a second. It's just not going to happen. ZX picks him apart. It's all left to Adam. Back here with a 5-7. They don't know he's here, though. And a bomb plant scout in. Oh, my God. He gets the tag. Second face. Not going to go as well, though. And Nuke Dog will deal with him. 5 versus 3. Bomb plant down towards default. And the CT surely should get no way back into this round. They're scattered. They don't look like they want to face the retake. Resi will just pick one way out towards mid position. And Whisk will fall. Fraser and Link have to just say whatever they've got.
Scout and Deagle left in the playing field for the CTs, but like you said, opting pretty much to go for the save. We'll find some exit kills into this, as they're not going to be able to get a buy into the next, considering it was a force buy. Nice shooting coming out from Fraser as he drops another. And CEX closing the distance. An 8th round on the T side. And now it's only a 1-round disadvantage coming out from CX. A nice kill from Link as well. And he actually gets his hand on a MAC-10. So look, that's a scout and a MAC-10 they can use into this next round.
Yeah, a little bit of something. Automatic weapon and of course a sniper, but Not ideal scenario right here for the Reflex side, obviously, forced by it. It's got to go relatively well. The AK is being brought down by CeX, and they rush straight into the B-bomb site. How are they going to deal with this? One Mat 10 close from Link. That's up by the scout of Fraser. That damage done. Oh my god, Link! No goddamn way! The USP is going to go for the ace! And Link just shuts it all down. CeX dismantled entirely towards the upper tunnels. How do you lose to a single Mac 10 and a USP player alone, essentially? A little bit of support from the scout, but my word, CeX crumbling.
What is that? A Mac 10 and a pistol. Unbelievable scenes coming out on the B bomb site. As now we see CeX and AWP and AK and just pistols to use. A very big round coming out from Reflex in the last. But what can they do? Whisk gets flashed in over the top, sees a lot of players, but he only manages to find one. The HG going to do a lot of damage. Double HG actually, and it's going to be Link in towards the speed bomb side. And it's going to be Gray to assist as well. Murky, the last one left, in the lower tons at the moment. AWP in hand and up against 4 at this point. The bomb dropped in towards the B bomb site. And there's the first onto Crate. A doable situation, and especially with the AWP. I feel like in any clutch situation, it's more doable with the AWP. Obviously, there's factors that go into a clutch. But let's see what Murky could do.
Certainly it would be possible if your isolate is 1v1s,
Yeah.
but that's such a difficult thing to do, especially with the way the Reflex are playing right now. Contact out towards B-bomb site. Murky gets his one frag, is going to swing out from the boost position. If not, he'll just get caught off guard by the flank anyway. Watching in towards window, if one of these players go down, it's just going to be such an easy trade, and that's going to be end of round essentially for CeX. Reflex
Gonna save.
Yeah. Makes the most amount of sense for Murky. Not a lot of money for CeX, and of course it's not going to get me the round bonus out of this one. That's enough to sort of counterbalance the value of that AWP, so... Just say that, yeah, it does mean your economy is going to be seriously hindered for the remaining couple of rounds, but of course it's going to be a little bit better. You know, just talking about just, you know, the way the whole economy balances out. 11-8 on the board for the CT side. And they, of course, a couple of AK saved up. It would be nice if Fraser can get a hold of that AWP, but obviously not ideal world, so... 11. Reflex, grinding back up. They really are this close, essentially, from taking control of this whole series. And against CeX, honestly, I would have pinned CeX to probably end up winning it in spite of the firepower and advantages, just because of how well that sort of team has been represented in Counter-Strike in the past. The teamwork that LS and Rezu have together. You know, of course, combined with the firepower and the way that Nuke Dog fits in Merkin into the next. You know, yeah, I would call it an upset in this case. You know, I would just. That's the way I would call it. I would call it an upset if Reflex took this map.
Well, the winner of this is going to take on London Esports tomorrow at 9 AM GMT. And who is it going to be? It's going to be Murky to start things off. So a very good start for CeX, considering the buy that they have. Just Deagles and that one AWP to use. And CeX shifting their players towards short at the moment. And looking to get their way into this A bomb site. But a heavy ace setup already coming out for the CTs.
Yeah, CeX going to have a hard time breaking this one down. Got Fraser with the AWP play out to land his first shots. He gets the tag, actually, not on the headshot. But then that's going to be able to get away alive, a little bit lucky in this case. Molotov to try and see if they can force him back, so he can't make his way forward. He knows he's got that tag damage. And more CTs are rotating in. They've got one more towards Longhouse, watching out in case LS tries to make the force out happen here. Spray on through to 4 points of health and Reflex. Will gain control of that one. Can't quite get the nade damage in towards him, and the T's will make their way up. CeX getting closer and closer, going to avoid Fraser's no idea. Nuke Dog, Deagle out. This is going to be a headshot, surely it must be. Actually gets the bomb plant instead. I don't think it's a B bomb site plant. They can't possibly do that. The CTs have control out here. Now the AWP has to take the wall bang. I would have thought he would have gone for the AWP shot or the Deagle shot on towards that AWP and try to take him out of the equation, but 4v4 retake is all, 5v4 retake is all the same right here. CeX can't put any shots here for the CT side. Murphy with a Deagle shot, and Nuke Dog comes in with one of his own right. It's all on Cray as Link goes falling. He's isolated, he's out in the open, and CeX with the deco, the half buy. It has worked out for the T side.
And AWP and 4 Deagles make that work, and for Nuke Dog, I love that play because he's not sure whether the AWP is in towards long, looking at the side, crouches all the way, gets that bomb down, and puts CeX in such a great post-plant situation. A good opening coming out from Murky as well. And now we come into round 21. LS on the entry towards long, and so far, it seems like both teams haven't really contested long on either of their CT sides.
They're going to look at the setup from CEX. Double AWPs in play. Don't often see that on the T side, let alone on the C side of Dust too. I mean, it can kind of work in theory, but in practice, a lot of the time, it's just not working out as well. CEX, of course, up against a bit of a broken buy from Reflex. The AWP of Fraser brought down the SMG from Link, and other than that, everybody's got upgraded pistols, Kevlar, everything else that they can get sort of out for this one as they try and force the issue away. CEX with a very far spread out default. Here, trying to see if they can catch off vision, trying to see if they can catch off an opening frag. Reflex are ready for whatever default they want to throw at them. They just hold their angles, they hold steady and wait. Just wait, lock out, and hope to God that CEX don't overpower them.
Yeah, well, so far, this buy from the CTs is relatively weak. Not even a rifle. The only rifle being that AWP onto Fraser. But the execute coming out towards mid. CZ for Cray doing so much damage. Finds the first kill. Instantly trying to fall back. And that's a lot of information gathered, especially with the time low and Fraser in towards short. This could be the big play for him on Dust 2. Needs to hit the first and he misses. Fraser trying to fall back now. And it could have been a big play from him, but there's still more to do. That's a nice shot, but Fraser needs to try and find another one. Needs to try and hit another shot. Come on, Fraser! What can he do? Can't do anything. And the bomb being planted for CEX.
Wisp comes in with 2 versus 2 as the bomb goes down, gets a second headshot as well on Murky, and Nuke Dog is all that remains. The bomb planted out towards default, so he's got a very awkward angle to try and contend with. They don't have a smoke out here. It's all going to be down to the shots. Witt's going to get legged to 19 points of health, and they know what's up. They start their aggressive down. Flashbangs over. Nuke Dog's not going to cross out towards CT. Looks, he does look back over. Let's get a second shot back away, but not going to happen. He's going to face back in, and Link up on the bomb site itself will get the kill, get the defuse, get the 12th on the board for Reflex. Still grinding slowly and slowly back over to that map and match point, that map and match victory for the CT side.
And what a round as well, considering they only had an AWP, they had an MP9 and pistols on the rest. They make it work, and one of the hardest things in that round would have been for Reflex. They didn't even have any kits. So when you've got that one player Nuke Dog in a 1v2, he obviously didn't know that they didn't have any kits, but it was really well played coming out from Reflex, and really I feel like it was all up to Cray to be able to find that first pick with the CZ. Gave a lot of information and slowed down them teams, but now we come into the 22nd round and Cray tries to do the same thing again, but it doesn't work this time. And ZNX is going to find the first, and Fraser, his AWP hasn't been the biggest showing. Rezu with the deagle, and so far 5-3. CEX in a very good position in towards his third map of this best of 3. And it just seems that as soon as we find one team has an advantage, it just comes back into the opposition.
Yeah, this will be another save for Reflex off the back of the last round. Means it's going to be a reset from the CEX side. So they want to continue to try so they can get this equalizer. Now within 2 of the CT lead once again. Haji's back and forth essentially just all the time. Reflex can't seem to get a solid lead, you know, other than the initial lead that they had on the T side start, you know. CEX have been able to keep pace, keep close, and catch up whenever they've fallen behind by any stretch of the imagination. 10 on the board, double digits gained, and the economy from Reflex is not really looking too hot either. Unfortunately, they have these 3 rifles that Cray and Adam might be able to force buy around them, but again, it's just going to be so broken. Drop there for Mars. Okay, that's something. What's Cray going to get? Another drop for Mars. With full subsidy utility, actually, this could work. This could still work from Reflex.
Just looking at the scoreboard, 27 and 10 for Link. That's unbelievable. I haven't even noticed how many kills he's been finding.
So many kills coming in for this man. If he can keep it up, he's going to have to push his team past the edge. Both players, both teams I should say, get close to where they need to be on round 15. That's towards the mid position. A lot of mid presence coming in from CEX. Look how bunched up they are towards the mid doors. So much. I don't want to say map control per se, because it's more just like because map control is being spread out and having control of the long house and the T-spawn itself. They're all just bunched up, ready to go for what looks to be a mid to be execute or a short player that lurk from ZNX. Meanwhile, Reflex are taking the opportunity to get aggressive at their own right. They're here towards long house. And keep your eye on Adam. He could execute on a backstab. Smokes will go down. Cray will try and counteract for it, and Adam's not going to take that risk so far. ZNX will take a blind shot and take the first man down. Fraser will trade ZNX over. Blind shot to the 4 versus 4 as the bomb makes his way in through the B tunnels. Whisk is here. If he drops this one, 45 seconds off the clock. Look at the backstab coming through, actually. Yeah. Hold the phone. This could be enough from Adam. The SMG going to move closer and closer. 40 spots to one man. Burst fire, no! LS is going to get away safe. He's going to turn back around, though. He hears the footsteps. He still gets the bomb. This is huge. Murky and Rez have to fight back. They will be able to trade to a 1 versus 2, but Murky's left alone. 30 seconds to try and clutch this back into the tunnels with the AWP. It's not ideal. The flashbang faces in. He gets a second shot. Back in with a third. He gets away. Not quite. Adam with the second frag, the final frag, and the 13th round for Reflex.
My heart. Adam, he uses, he runs at the wrong time, gets the timing wrong. He gets hurt, but he still wins it out. Drops that bomb into the upper tons. And Reflex, what a huge round coming out from them. 13-10. And CEX, they're on the deco, Jamie. A very weak buy indeed. And this should be Reflex making it to 14. It's going to be Fraser with the AWP, but the T's are still coming. Fraser needs some help from the CT, so he is going to call for his teammates to come in. But ZenX actually doing quite a lot of work with the Deagle. Murky as well, and this is actually becoming quite interesting now as the CT's locked out of this A bomb site. Low HP onto a lot of these T's, but the bomb's down.
Nades in, Adam trying to get anything he can out of this default position, but nothing is coming through for him. Flashbang's over and a counter backstab from Murky. If they hold off for as long as they need to on these Eagles here towards ramp, this could be enough to shut the whole crowd down here. Wiz takes out to the next, Lynx comes through with another one, and Murky left alone. Deagle out. One player found, tapped up, tagged up, taken down, and now know it's the default position, and they're completely covered off with the boxes. Murky makes his way inside, the flashbangs go over the smokes, cover off the likes of Cray and Link will finish off the job. 14-10. Reflex just hold on against the deco from CEX. I'm getting themselves within 2 of taking this series here, Dweg.
Yeah, this is getting really close. The third and final map, 14-10. And this is a very big round coming out from CX. They realistically need to win this if they want to try and come back into this game. As Reflex looking so strong, and it's Fraser once again with the AWP. But he's going to get punished. The T's, they're running in at the moment, and he gets caught on the wall. He gets caught on the edge. ZenX, that's a great opening as well. Should be able to find another, but it's going to be Fraser with the AWP. His teammates coming to support him, but Rezu as well. And so far, the kill's going in favor of CEX. Cray to answer back, but locked out of the site once again. Cray in a bit of a difficult situation at the moment. And Rezu finding another one towards short. And CEX mince-meeting Reflex in this round. And Reflex surely should just save at this point. And Fraser, I mean, we've been highlighting him, and he just hasn't had huge impacts, hasn't had big rounds with the AWP that we expect from him.
Yeah, after so many great performances as well, so many great rounds from him. The likes of Inferno and Overpass, you're just looking at it like this is a little bit silent. It's certainly not deadly from a Reflex squad. 11 on the board for CEX as Fraser has no choice but to save this AWP. 1 kill to his name in this one. And that'll be as far as he looks to go. That'll be as far as CX looks to go here. Back within 3 of the T side. But they're up for a reset, and that is the crucial thing right now here, Dwayne, is the fact that maybe Reflex might try and go for the full spike. Maybe they might try and go see if they can shut them down right here, just reset the economy entirely. It won't quite leave nothing left for CEX. It will leave a little bit left for them in terms of the savings, but there's not going to be any loss bonus, not going to be anything else to work with until round 27. And Reflex will be on match point and series point at that. They are going to go in with that force up here, the AWP, the SMG, the AUG, out for the CT side, and they go out towards long control. Once again, CX are going to flash their way in. They've been so good at getting their offensive aggression, going so fast-paced into this one. And the simple players here from Reflex will start things off great with Fraser picking up the first of Nuke Dog. Will force the T side, forces to fall back. And Murky will look for one more towards the mid position. Oh, the AWP shot misses on the crossing player. So Reflex do keep a man advantage right here. And CX prime rotate back to the defaults.
Yeah, this is a very weak buy, but they're making it work. Cray as well with the MP9 chiming in. Murky now with the AWP could fall as well. Cray coming alive when needed. And 14-11. Reflex might be able to take this to their 15th round. And CEX, they had such a great buy coming into it. Murky on the AWP and AKs across the board. A big advantage with the weapons. And Fraser as well with an AWP kill. And he finds 3 in the round. And Reflex are on match point.
That's more like it. That's the Fraser we were talking about in the last round. That's the one we wanted to see. And that is the reset against CEX. There's no more money left for this T side. It's an absolutely massive round that they need to find here with the AWPs and the AKs coming through. But of CZ and a Glock for Nuke Dog and Rezu. They're going to go towards A one more time, a little bit more passively this time, but the three-man setup again from Reflex is ready to receive.
Well, at the moment, CeX all grouped up out towards long at the moment, and Fraser, we saw what he can do in the last round with this AWP, lining it up towards Pit. There's actually an AWPer in Pit at the moment, and that's murky, but
nice
what a
shot.
shot coming out from Fraser. Great opening for Reflex.
That's murky down and out. They're all getting two more players back into the pit position, but it's not going to gain much map control. They haven't pushed up long. LS up towards short, though. Two players to find this crossfire. It's going to be deadly. Finds the first man. Cray ready to receive right here. He takes him back down. It's a 5 versus 3 Reflex. This is not looking good. 60 seconds for CeX players left on the A bomb site to try and make their way inside. They spot the first man out towards the right-hand side. Fraser with a quick kill. Zenex comes up with one. Looking back in with a second. Does get the headshot on Adam. And the bomb plant can come through from Rezu as a result. 3 versus 2. And Cray around this corner. We'll wait for backup to arrive from the Reflex side. Now setting up the utility ready to start facing inland for this one. CeX with a hell of a clutch ahead of them.
Yeah, this was a 2-on-5, Jamie, but oh my god, Zenex coming up huge in this round. 2 CTs left, Zenex, dude, tell me he's going to do it again. It's all down to Rezu, 11 HP to keep the hopes alive for CeX. Wisp does a thing.
No way! Oh my god, CeX somehow, some way, coming up with one of the most ridiculous rounds I think I have ever seen. 15-12. They will not die yet, and Reflex are going to feel that harder now in this round than any other round so far. M4s, 2 SMGs up, CZ's on 2, and Rezu is in to spray it right down. Adam, 1 SMG, the face in to the next right around this corner. And Cray also here to receive it. Attacks coming through from Wiz. He turns up with the CZ. Cray with the first frag right in this one. Their second kill, no way! After such a good clutch, surely they can't lose to a round like this from Reflex.
Oh, you'd hope not. This would be heartbreaking. Fraser as well, the biggest clutch coming out from the 2 members of CeX in the last round. Zenex and Rezu coming up alive. And now we come into the 28th round. Match point on for Reflex. And 15-12. Murky and LS left. The 2-on-5. Are we going to see another big clutch come out again from this T side? And with hardly any utility to use, 2 smokes and a HE.
Oh,
And this is so tough.
an extra tag damage as well. Murky sprayed through the smoke. Cray shuts him down. LS, a 1 versus 5. It's not happening. CeX fought valiantly to the end, but they valiantly fall at the end. 16-12 for Reflex, a 2-1 series.